You fear the emptiness after the leaving, but emptiness is only a room waiting to be furnished. I have sent craftsmen to your days, peace, purpose, laughter, rest, and they will hang beauty on the hooks where worry used to hang its coat. You will learn the layout of this new house quickly. Remember how the sea does not apologize for its tides. It comes and goes with a faithfulness that looks like change and a changelessness that looks like motion. So will your heart, returning to itself each time, and finding itself whole. I will not waste your pain. I will compost it into wisdom, and wisdom into kindness, and kindness into doors that open for others because you learned the hinge. You will be surprised by how many find safety in the shelter you build from what once threatened to undo you. Write down 3 truths today. First, you are loved by a love that does not run. Second, endings are also beginnings wearing unfamiliar shoes. Third, you will not miss what was meant for you. Tell your body it is safe now. Put a hand over your heartbeat and say, we are allowed to heal. Give yourself ordinary tenderness, water, food, sleep, little walks, sunshine on your wrists. I will keep the nights from swallowing you. I will place a lamp in the hallway of your thoughts and stand beside it. I will sing over you, songs you knew long before you had a name on earth. When the message arrives that confirms what you already feel, when reality writes the sentence you hoped wouldn't come, do not fear the sound of it. You have been preparing quietly with me. We will read it together, and then we will fold it and put it away. You may hear apologies, explanations, or silence. Bless each one with the same steady hand. You do not owe your future to what could not hold your present. There is a beauty coming that doesn't ask you to audition. It recognizes your walk from far away and opens its doors before you knock. It has room for your laughter and room for your quiet. Trust the slowness of this healing while honoring the swiftness of the decision to let go. Some things take time to settle even after they have been set in motion. This is not delay, it is depth. You will not have to pretend. You will not have to carry conversations like heavy buckets from a well that never fills. You will speak and be understood, you will rest and be cherished. The one in heaven places their hand upon your head as a blessing. They ask me to steady your steps from this moment onward, and I answer that prayer with joy. Their pride in you is a bright banner, and they wave it whenever angels ask where courage lives. In the days ahead, treat your heart as you would treat a child who has just woken from a difficult dream. Hold it. Offer it water. Whisper, you are safe, until safety remembers its way home. Let there be rituals. A cup of tea at the same hour. A song that closes the windows of sadness. A walk that teaches your feet the map of a gentler neighborhood. You will be surprised by how much you still believe in goodness. It will come in small packages and then in armfuls. It will ask nothing but room and will repay you with light. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for the life that knows how to keep you. Michael stands, sword lowered in reverence, at the threshold you cross now. He is not here to fight a person, he is here to cut the rope that keeps your soul tied to what will not sail. He will stay until the knot loosens and the wind fills your new canvas. I am not leaving you to figure this out. I am the lamp, the map, the road, and the carriedness that turns miles into minutes. I am the one who knew this day would come and stocked it with mercies. When sorrow rises, let it pass through rather than build a house for it. When longing speaks, listen and then guide it gently to the door. When hope taps your shoulder, say yes, even if your voice is small. You are allowed to miss what is leaving and still bless its leaving. You are allowed to say, "This hurt me," and still protect your tenderness. You are allowed to be new. Stand now, if you can, and straighten the corners of the room that is your life. Open a window. Tell the air, "Welcome." Your name is written into my palms. Your tears are catalogued and sanctified. Your future is not in danger. The one who loves you from heaven has finished their message. They press a kiss to your forehead the way they once did or wished they had. They ask you to live so well that the distance between here and there becomes only the thickness of a prayer. I seal you now with a peace that does not ask permission from circumstances. I place over you a courage that hums instead of shouts. I cover you with a joy that grows like ivy, patient and unstoppable. This is not a joke, and it is not a threat, it is a rescue shaped like release. Open your hands and feel how light they are without what you were never meant to carry alone. Walk forward, beloved, and I will meet you with sunrise. And when the room feels too quiet, remember, quiet is where seeds are placed. You are not being emptied to be abandoned. You are being cleared to be filled. I am with you in every breath. I am with you when you wake and when your eyes fall closed. I am with you in the places that used to frighten you because you thought you were small. You are not small. You are my handiwork, and I do not build fragile things. I build souls that can hold oceans. Let go now, with reverence. Bless what was. Step toward what is becoming. I give you rest tonight, and clarity in the morning. I give you courage at noon and consolation at dusk. I give you companionship in the hours between, where you will discover that loneliness has been quietly replaced by me. Michael's last word is simple: forward. The one from heaven's last word is tender, free. My last word, which is also my first, is this: loved. I am with you, and I will not allow this moment to pass you by unnoticed, because you asked me to speak and I heard you. I speak now with gentleness that steadies your breath and with authority that cuts through the noise. Do not be afraid of the weight you feel in your chest as you read this. it is the signal that your spirit has recognized the truth before the mind names it. You have stood at many doors and knocked. Today I open one for you. I open it not because you earned it by effort, but because you are mine, and what belongs to me will not be abandoned to confusion. Listen carefully. Archangel Michael stands beside you with a shield bright enough to reflect every lie that tried to settle over your heart. He says, it's an emergency, not to terrify you, but to draw your attention to what matters most in this hour. Someone from heaven is trying to reach you. A voice of love that has crossed through light to find you. That voice moves like a warm wind over water, and it brings a message about a person who is leaving you forever. Do not tremble. I will hold you steady while you hear it, and I will not leave you alone with it. You have sensed this departure approaching, like the way a room grows quiet just before a storm breaks. You looked for reasons, for flaws in yourself, for things you could fix, bargains you might make, but this is not about your failure. This is about a season completing its purpose. Some people are chapters. Some are sentences. Some are single words that open a door and then step aside. When a chapter ends, no anger can keep it open and no pleading can lengthen its pages. I am the author who writes you forward, and I do not misspell destiny. The one who speaks from heaven says, be gentle with yourself now. They want you to know you were seen. They watched your small kindnesses, the ones no one thanked you for, and they were proud. They saw the days you carried pain like a hidden stone in your pocket and still smiled so others wouldn't worry. They do not bring you fear. They bring you release. They whisper that this leaving is not punishment. It is the turning of a key. It is the loosening of a knot that would only tighten if you kept pulling. They ask you to let the door close without slamming it, to honor what was without trying to keep what cannot stay. Michael raises his sword, not against people, but against the cords of fear that wound themselves around your thoughts. He cuts away the idea that you are unlovable because someone cannot remain. He cuts away the lie that you are hard to keep, too much to carry, too complicated to sit with. I formed you with intention. I stitched patience into you like threads of gold that do not tarnish in the rain, and I placed a softness in you that is not weakness but strength in a quieter language. Anything that cannot appreciate the language of your strength will call it by the wrong name and ask you to prove what was never on trial. You will not do that anymore. This is what you will do. Breathe in slow. Unclench your jaw and your hands. Place your hand over your heart and tell the truth to yourself. I am safe. I am seen. I am still chosen. You do not have to perform readiness for anyone. I already know how brave you are. Strength is not how loudly you argue for what is leaving. Strength is how gently you bless it as it goes. Blessing is not agreement with pain. Blessing is the way you declare that pain will not decide who you become next. You wonder if letting go means you never cared. It means the opposite. It means you are honoring what was real by refusing to turn it into a battlefield. There are gifts that only come when the hands are open. You tried to carry too much for too long, and part of your exhaustion is not from what happened, but from how tightly you gripped the idea that you could control every outcome if you just loved harder. Hear me, love is powerful, but love is not control. Love is presence, honesty, boundaries that protect the soul and allow it to keep singing. There is a tenderness in you that asked, "What if I am losing the only chance I ever had?" I answer you now, you have not missed your life. You are not living on leftovers. I am the source, and I am never empty. Opportunities knock again. Friendships rise from unexpected fields. Joy grows back in places that looked burned to the root. You do not have to scramble for crumbs under a table I built for you. Sit. Breathe. Taste and see that you are still held. The one who speaks from heaven wants you to remember the quiet promise you made to yourself on a night you thought no one heard. You said you would not let your heart be handled carelessly anymore. Keep that promise. Let this be the moment you do not chase. If they are leaving forever, let forever have them. Not out of bitterness, but out of wisdom. If the door opens again in another season, you will know then. Until that day, waste no sunrise waiting in a hallway for a handle that won't turn. I know you keep replaying your last conversation, scanning for a word you might rewrite to reverse the ending. This is your permission to stop rehearsing grief as if the rehearsal will make the performance easier. It won't. Your kindness to yourself will. Your attention to the present will. Open your window. Let fresh air in. Wash the cup you drank from this morning and mark it as the first small thing made new. Great healing is often a procession of small obediences. Do not be surprised if memories visit you like sudden rain. When they do, shelter in me. Speak this aloud if you can, I release what will not stay. I return to myself. I choose peace. Your words are seeds, and these will grow quickly. My child, listen closely, for I speak with the tenderness that formed you and the strength that shields you. The hour is weighty, and I do not waste a breath when your heart trembles like a leaf in the evening wind. What I say now is for you alone, carried through the veil by love that does not die. Archangel Michael says the matter is urgent, and he stands at your doorway with armor bright like 1,000 dawns. He is not here to frighten you but to steady you, to put a warm hand upon your shoulder, to keep every shadow from stepping closer. He has watched the tides of your life and knows the name of every wave. Today is not an ordinary day, beloved. The air is full of messages, and heaven has bent nearer than you think, bending like a mother over a cradle. One you love who lives with me has gone to the balcony of eternity and is calling to you, not to confuse you, but to free you. You have felt that pull in your chest, the ache that is both question and answer. You have woken in the early gray, certain that a soft voice brushed your ear and vanished like mist. You wondered if it was grief playing tricks or memory making echoes, but I tell you, this is real. The one who loves you from heaven has seen what you are trying not to see. They have seen the steady dimming of a human bond that once burned bright and warm in your hands. They have witnessed the quiet way you have been preparing to lose what you still call yours. A person in your life is already halfway gone, and you can feel the cold draft where their footsteps once were. You have begged the days to turn back, to twist the clock to a kinder hour. But clocks do not answer tears, only truth does, and truth is what I give you. This is not a punishment. This is not evidence that you are unworthy of lasting tenderness. This is a corridor you must walk through because the room ahead was built exactly to your measure. Do you remember how heavy doors swing slowly and then suddenly? That is how departures happen when souls ignore their own weather and stay too long in a season that has ended. You are not being abandoned, you are being redirected to your appointed morning. The voice from heaven tries to reach you because love, once refined by glory, cannot bear to watch you shrink to fit a life that forgot your size. They are pointing at the map with gentle insistence, saying, there is the road she must take. They have already prayed courage into your hands. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid of the announcement that feels like winter. He has watched many gardens surrender to frost only to rise green with a fiercer joy. He counsels you to breathe, to unclench your jaw, to let your shoulders drop from the hooks of worry. You have given much. You have watered in drought and sung during long nights. And though it seems the one who is leaving did not notice the cost of your songs, heaven counted every note. I know you wonder if you should try one more speech, one more pleading message, one more compromise shaped like a broken wing. But a wing cannot fly when it is bent into a promise that was never kept. Lift it now, even if it trembles. The one from heaven whispers, let them go without cursing them. Their instruction does not come from anger but from the cleanliness of a soul that has seen me. They know that bitterness is a chain, and they refuse to let you live chained. I am not taking something from you, I am making space in you. Space for what your name has always been meant to hold without cracking. Space for warmth that knows how to stay. I have watched the moments when you smiled so others would not feel the shape of your pain. I saw you hide tears in a busy room, folding them into a pocket like contraband. I was there when you felt invisible sitting beside someone who once promised to see you. I will not scold you for wanting the impossible. The human heart is a brave creature, and bravery often tries to outlove reality. But I have appointed you to truth, not illusion, and truth will not bruise you when you take it by the hand. The one who loves you from the other side says they have met the future that is running toward you. They describe it as sunlight finally catching your face at the angle it was made for. They are laughing a little, the way only the healed can laugh, and their joy wants to rest on you like a shawl. There will be a day, sooner than you fear, when you sit in a quiet place and realize the ache has turned into a ribbon, and the ribbon into a path. You will touch your chest and discover more room inside it than you remember leaving there. You will finally be able to breathe all the way down. But for now, there is a crossing. There is the click of a latch and the tenderness of a farewell you may or may not hear spoken aloud. There is the holiness of not chasing what is already walking away. Put your hand in Michael's and let him steady you. He will stand beside your bed at night and beside your steps by day. He will hold the line when your heart tries to run after what love itself has released. Do not call yourself unlovable as this unfolds. Do not rehearse the old accusations you memorized under pressure. Every accusation that condemns you, I break and scatter like dust in a river. You have not failed. You have grown, and growth often loosens the clothes that once fit like a second skin. The person leaving has their own storms, their own valleys, their own unfinished prayers, and you are not their savior. You are my child. The syllables of your name have been spoken at my table. I have placed a place card there that cannot be stolen or swapped by any stranger's hand. The one in heaven wants you to know they have asked me to make the timing gentle. They have asked me to fold mercy into each minute until your strength remembers itself. They have asked me to wrap you in small proofs, feathers, songs at the right hour, a familiar smell in a new room, so you will know you are not lost. You will see signs. You will see the number that always meant, I am here. You will hear your favorite line in a place it does not belong and feel warmth flood the cold corner of your spirit. I am with you in the awkward conversations and the silences that say more than words. I am with you when your phone lights and you hesitate, when your fingers hover over a message you do not need to send. I am with you when you put the phone down and choose your own peace. There is dignity in letting go without a spectacle. There is strength in walking away without a slam. There is wisdom in knowing that not every ending is a failure. Sometimes it is an answered prayer in a language you did not expect. I am not asking you to harden. I am inviting you to soften in the right direction, toward me, toward the truth that cradle carries you through this doorway. A soft heart held by a strong hand can survive any season. Let this be your prayer tonight. Teach my heart to bless and release. Teach my eyes to see your future even when my present feels small. Teach my feet to step where courage goes. Write what must be said on paper if your voice shakes. Fold it. Keep it, or burn it, or bury it under a tree that knows how to drink old rain. Let some part of this farewell become an offering, and I will turn the smoke into sweetness. Do not be surprised if old memories arrive, bright as new coins. Do not be ashamed of crying. Tears are the baptism of endings, and they water the threshold you are crossing. I have already sent help. A friend you forgot to call will suddenly call you. A stranger will speak a sentence that lands like a key in your palm. Your body will feel this release as a storm taking a bow and leaving the stage. Your breath will lengthen. Your sleep will begin to stitch itself back together, seam by seam. You will find the letter you once wrote yourself, the one that said you wanted a love that never required you to be smaller. Read it again. I intend to honor it. The one who loves you from heaven wants to thank you. They say you have honored their memory by carrying kindness like a lantern through dark rooms. They ask you to keep the lantern, not to drop it in the rush of pain. Forgive yourself for not knowing sooner. Forgive the version of you who stayed to make sure you weren't abandoning someone who might just need one more chance. Forgive the songs that ended on a sour note. They taught your lips where the true melody lives. The future will not punish you for stepping forward. The future has been waiting with a tender impatience, like a parent at a school gate scanning for a beloved face. Step through, and let the gate close behind you without guilt. Archangel Michael says your name with reverence, and the sound fills the corridor like music. He will lead you through moments when you feel weak and think you must turn back. He will remind you that you did not come this far to live on crumbs. Your heart will be tempted to bargain with loneliness. It will say, any presence is better than none. This is not true, and I will teach your heart to want what heals it. If you stumble, you will not fall far, my hand is beneath you. If you hesitate, I will not shame you, my patience has the length of the sky. If you weep, I will count the tears and trade them for bright seeds. The one in heaven tells you that love does not end with location. They are not gone, they are more here than ever, simply in a way that does not press the chair cushion beside you. Their laughter is not silenced, it has been tuned to a frequency your spirit is learning to hear again. Sit by a window and let the morning find your face. Let light make a promise across your skin. Let your chest rise and fall like a tide that trusts its moon. Soon you will sort the box of keepsakes without the fear that touching one will break you. Soon you will walk past the place where you once waited and feel only a soft gratitude that you will never wait there again. Soon you will catch your reflection and recognize the steadiness in your own gaze. Do not measure your worth by who could not stay. Some stories run out of chapters because they were never meant to be your whole book. Close the cover with a blessing and reach for the new page I have already written.